Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video, and we got another full AQ variation one. You guys really seem to enjoy the last one, and you know, it's just like AQ is, I have to do it, so I mean I might as well record all the fights and put them together for a video. So this was the Omega Red variation, so we hadn't done this one yet. It's like the 4th week of AQ. With me being for Loki, we still hadn't had this variation yet, so I got some new paths. For section 1, I was on Footloose, never been on this path in AQ before, but it's free Corvus charges, so once Corvus gets built, you know, it's not really a problem. Just getting him built on the first fight is the worst part here. We got a Black Panther, kind of annoying, without any charges. We're not hitting super hard, so just gonna chill here. I got a couple of those Furies from the global node for this week. Can't think of the name, but when you dex, you get a Fury. If they go to 10, they go unblockable. The name is eluding me at the moment. Counter Strike? Is that it? It might be something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. But next up here we have a Red Skull. This is super easy, and now that we have a charge, we're going to be hitting way harder. And once we beat this dude, we're going to get an additional charge, and then we're going to be charged up, and then it's, yeah, once we get Corvus fully charged, you know, we're looking pretty good. So Slice to do this Red Skull, he got off one special, that's fine. Let my bleed expire from Suicide, just to give me a little bit of that sweet, sweet willpower. And as you'll notice, today I brought Weapon X to AQ. So this is day 4, and I was like, you know what, let's bring Weapon X just for some fun. Weapon Flex, you know, it's the off season right now, so I don't need him for war, defense. So I was like, yeah, he could be fun. And I actually found a really cool piece of utility for Weapon X by bringing him, which we'll talk about once we get there. But I got a couple more fights in section 1 here. A Wolverine. This will give me the mutant charge. So again, another charge. That's very nice. This is a pretty sweet path to get put on, man. Not gonna lie. Like, it was pretty much when we get assigned paths in AQ, Taters tells us the champions to bring. And it's not like you have to bring these champions. It's more of like a suggestion, I think, anyways. Because I didn't really listen last week, and I still cleared my path fine. He didn't say anything. But it's just my suggested paths or champs were Corvus, and then like 2 others. Like, it didn't specify the 2 others, just Corvus. I was like, okay. Like, I didn't even really know who else to bring, you know. So I was like, I'll bring Guillotine for the Omega Red mini bosses, just to help out, you know. And then my 3rd champ, my Ringer, I mean, yeah, let's do Weapon X for fun. So we have the Omega Red mini boss, but I didn't build up Guillotine yet, so I have to build up her souls, basically. So I have to basically just finish a fight with a special 3, and if I do that, then I'll go into the Omega Red fight with a 100 hit combo, and that makes things a million times easier. So yeah, we just gotta kill this Wasp here. It's the overclocked node, so all champs but Tech get a 50% decrease in attack because it's linked. The mini bosses link each other. So I was like, alright, perfect. You know, we're gonna need Guillotine anyways. I just gotta be careful here. I'm just gonna go for 3-hit combos after a parry. If she has the chance to evade, so like right here, 1, 2, 3, and that way she'll just never evade. And after she goes special 1, then I'll go for a full 5-hit combo, because well, she has that little timer up there. After a heavy attack or a special attack, she can't evade, so safe to do full combos during that time. And you're gonna see I'm just gonna hold my power for the entire fight. I'm not gonna throw a single special. I'm just gonna wait until I get her to 5%. That's the execution range. Guillotine will just, doesn't matter how much health they got. If they got 5%, they're dead with that special 3. It's a pretty cool ability. This also just being a little stingy on specials. I find with Guillotine, with her spacing, it's just sometimes a little difficult to get the opponent to throw specials. I don't know, seems a bit weird. But she was eventually throwing them. The only thing to worry about is that Counter Strike, I think it's called that node. So once we get to 10 of those passive Furies, she's gonna go unblockable. So right now she's unblockable. So now we can't parry. But I timed it pretty much perfectly so that she had a lot of power when she'll be unblockable here, so I can just keep pushing her to her next power threshold, and then by the time that unblockable wears off, I'm able to parry once again. So yeah, that, I don't know if I timed that purposefully or not, but either way, it worked out pretty well. So right here she's at 6%. I could probably throw the special 3 and kill her at 6%, but I'm not going to risk it. I just like to get them to 5 or lower and then drop it just to be safe, because then it's all that work for nothing if they somehow survive. So yeah, a little bit of a longer fight, but went perfectly, and we built the soul. That's all I was trying to do. So now that we have that soul, this Omega Red fight's going to be much easier. I think Guillotine is arguably the best Omega Red counter here. Definitely one of the best. Warlock's probably pretty good too. But just like straight up champion to bring in, you know, like Ghost or Corvus with like a tech or cosmic boost is pretty ridiculous for it. But you know, you just ideally you just want a good DPS robot, and no one has a better DPS in the game than Guillotine, except for maybe like Proxima. But Guillotine has just the best damage ramp up capability. You know, she's capable of doing some of the most damage in the entire game. It's crazy, but you're never gonna get that built up because everything just dies before that point. So after fighting this first Omega Red, I put on one of my pre-fights. So how Guillotine's pre-fights work is, you see that little armor buff that we have. So if you use both of your pre-fight abilities, you don't have the armor buff. If you just use one, you still have it. But if you don't use any pre-fights, you have it, but it's stronger. So it's just a better armor rating if you don't use either of the pre-fights. So that can sometimes be the way to go, just so you know you take less block damage. Right here, you know, I was going for the lifesteal one, and I don't think that's the right play. I think I make the right play on the second Omega Red boss. I go for the power burn one, and why that's so good is just because I don't have to worry about baiting out his specials, because you know sometimes he doesn't throw them, that aggression fury gets stacked up and it's pretty annoying. But with that power burn one, you'll see I fight the second Omega Red as well, and yeah, I push him to a special 3, but then my last hit power burns him, so he's just like this close to it, so I don't ever have to worry. Right here he goes unblockable, which is kind of annoying, but you know, we can just rely on our intercepts if we have to, so I'm not really worried. So I think right here, do we go for the intercept? Yeah, go for the light intercept counter right there. He falls for it, and yeah, we still got a minute left in this fight. Looking at my damage, that combo was enough to put him below 5%. Drop the special 3. So it only took 89 hits. You know, it was about a 2-minute fight, just because he just didn't want to throw a lot of special attacks. But yeah, as you can see, Guillotine, that fight went really good. We finished with 79% health. So yeah, that was a great fight. Now, moving into section 2, I'm on yet again another new path. So I've never been on this path. It just has masochism. Really, that's the only thing to worry about. So it's like, all right, this shouldn't be an issue. I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's use Weapon X. So go ahead, use Weapon X here. And he's really fun to use, man. He's so cool. Like, I forget that I even have him sometimes because, you know, he's always on defense. But yeah, he's cool. I also think, like, do I regret taking him to rank 3? And it's just like, no, I don't regret it, because like he's so unique and he's actually really good too. Right there I get a little battery, I was like, oh crap. Finish the combo though, and then throw the special too. I'm gonna go berserk, so it's unblockable. So yeah, Weapon X, man, Weapon Flex, he's a beast. And then the next champion we have up here is Ghost. So I was like, alright, do I want to use Weapon X? Why not? Let's keep using him. Might as well. So yeah, gonna go for some more Weapon Flex here. You see I start the fight with a little bit of a regeneration. I think that's from the signature ability, based on how many is it rage charges? The little green icon that says 15 right now. Well, however many of those you finish a fight with, the next fight you'll have a regen based on how many. It's kind of, it's his persistent ability. I wish it was like Captain Marvel's, where like you just carry them over to the next fight and start with that many. That'd be pretty sick, but still a cool little regeneration ability. And yeah, as you can see, he's just tearing it up. I'm gonna go ahead and take this rogue down as well. I think, do we go for Weapon X again here? I think we do. Yeah, just might as well keep using him because it's fun. I don't get to play with him often, so yeah. And that regen is not bad. I'm not really staying in Berserk long enough to really show off what kind of regen he can do, just because they die so quickly. Once I pop Berserk, the enemies are pretty much dead in map 7 with these low health pools. But yeah, right here, practicing my spacing with those heavies, you know, I got it down. And yeah, rogue, super easy to fight. Again, this path's not that hard. You can see she's getting some furies, but she has 29 right now, so I decided to just go for an intercept. Don't want to take the block damage. And yeah, drop special 2. She's dead. Again, easy fight. I do fight this Quake. Okay. Pete is my path partner here for section 2. He's going to go ahead and take me up to the boss after this, so I appreciate Panda Man Pete doing that for me. And yeah, I'm going to hit my reparries on this Quake. I actually didn't even, when I first made my reparry video, I didn't even think of using it against Masochism, but yeah, really useful on Masochism. You know, they shrug off the parry, and then you just hit another one real quick, and you don't have to worry. Right there, 8L1, kind of annoying, but it's all good. I get a little bit of a regeneration from, I think it's like 30% if they hit you when you're not in Berserk. 30% of regen you took damage for, something like that. So heal up a little bit. And then right here we got I got trolled because I asked in the chat if I could take Omega Red and if Pete could move up for me. He said sure. And then King Buck here, TJ, was trolling me. I was like, he's not actually fighting, is he? Come on. And yeah, he wasn't. He was just trolling. So had me a little bit worried there. So on this one, I wanted to try the power burn one. So we're gonna go ahead and start this fight with 100 hits built into the combo meter once again. And yeah, as you see this fight, we're gonna take some damage just because I decided to just block a bit more. But we're able to just play so much more aggressive because I'm not gonna worry about baiting out a single special. Like I said, against Guillotine, I feel like they just don't really want to throw their specials. Like, look how long this goes without Omega Red throwing a single special attack. So we're just going to keep parrying and pushing him to a special 3, but notice my last hit will power burn, and he won't stay at the special 3. So I'm able to just stay extremely aggressive. Right here, he finally throws a special. I go for the evasion on it. You know, I can evade his special fairly well. You know, at a distance it's really easy to evade, but when you're right in his face it's kind of hard. So right here I decided to just block it. Yeah, took that to the face, and we actually triggered Gilly's regen ability, which is pretty nice. So yeah, and to get some regen going, take a little bit of damage from his death field, but that wears off right here, so we're fine. He's getting a little bit of regen from his aggression regeneration, but again, that's fine, don't really have to worry. Get him back in the corner. And yeah, we're doing so much damage with our hits now, it's ridiculous. And get him below 5% once again, drop the special 3, and he gets executed. So both Omega Reds just destroyed by Guillotine, man. I'm a big fan of Guillotine 2099. I would definitely take her to rank 3 as a 6-star. Really, really big fan of her. And now we get to section 3. So here we got the Gimme and Spectre combo. So this combo is really annoying, but Corvus can actually bypass it sometimes on this node because he reduces tech character's ability accuracy if you have that charge. Fortunately, I didn't get it here, but I'm just waiting for that Spectre to wear off, and then my damage will return to normal. As you can see, we are hitting insanely hard, 11k mediums, and yeah, he is dead. Super duper easy fight. That one's always pretty easy with Corvus. And this next fight here, as you can see, it was unlinked, and I took it on day 4, and it was easy. But it's actually way more fun to fight this linked. So this is the day 5 one. I fought this one linked. And so this node combination here is if you have to put a weakness on the opponent, and then you get fury buffs. And so since it's linked, it has the node twice. So when I apply weakness, I get more fury. and the Fury stacks are crazy. So watch my damage output here. Right now we're at 8 Furies. We're doing 15k mediums, 29k medium right there, 30k medium, 54k, 49k. Yeah, that special 2 just destroyed that Black Panther, man. Really cool interaction on the double linked fight there. A little tip for you guys. And then this next fight here, we go in with Weapon X. And as you can see, Weapon X is immune to Spectre. I went into this fight and I was like, wait, that is sick. So Weapon X, he can only have his regeneration modified by poison. So, he's immune to Petrify. That also means he's immune to Spectre. That is sick. That's such a niche piece of cool utility that I just stumbled upon here. So yeah, look at that. There's the Spectre node on this fight, and we'll go into it, and it's just irrelevant to Weapon X. It doesn't affect him. So in our regen, is paired with the Gimme node is actually lower dealing damage. So Kabam with that Gimme node, they love to pair it with Spectre. But yeah, it doesn't really work on Weapon X. So really cool interaction there. I didn't know that was a thing with Weapon X. So yeah, that was my last fight for this variation. Almost 7 million points. Not a single item used. And I went to bed after finishing that last fight, so I didn't touch the Doom boss. But yeah, that was my AQ path. It was average day. It was pretty cool using Weapon X and finding out that piece of utility. Just, I'm glad I decided to bring them. You learn something new, so that's really cool. But that's gonna do it for this AQ video, guys. Let me know what you guys thoughts. Let me know if you guys want to see more Weapon X gameplay, because he's pretty unique. Not many people have him, and I'm having fun with him. I want to use him more. I think he's actually pretty good too. So yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see AQ video wise. If you guys want to see more, we can make one more video on the Annihilus variation. I didn't record that week, so yeah, if you guys want to see that, let me know. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you like some more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.